All right, welcome back for part four. I admit I skipped ahead a little bit, um, where the different layers of foam met together on the multiple layered hills. I felt like the joining surfaces weren't going to mate close enough after I put the paint and ground covering on. I kind of felt like it would be really visible, so I went over the whole thing with drywall putty. I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so as you can see, I went around all my multiple layered hills and I put the drywall putty all in the gaps. So hopefully now it'll look good when I paint it and put the ground covering on. This whole process took me about half an hour. I just troweled it on with my finger and shaped it. It wasn't that big of a deal. So I think it'll be worthwhile to do. I didn't do it on my other table. It was only one layer high above the base layer. So it wasn't really that noticeable after I put the ground covering on. I was just afraid this one would show it a lot more. So now I'm going to start with paint and ground cover and maybe a little bit of accent painting on some rockier surfaces. So here we go. Also, here's the paint I'm using. It's an interior paint. It's acrylic, and it's called Rustic Tobacco. I got it at Home Depot. There we go. That's my first attempt at the ground covering on this hill. You don't want it to cover 100%. You kind of want a little bit of dirt to show through. I'll probably go a little bit more on some of these areas. You want to avoid getting the paint on your water. That way the ground cover won't stick to it, and you can just blow it off after or vacuum it up. But yeah, it seems like a decent test for it, and I'm going to continue on with the rest of it. it seems like it looks like the green is a little bit too vibrant, but when you put glass over the top of the table, it really tones it down. So you really want vibrant colors underneath. And there we have it. Um, since I didn't paint where the track goes or where the water goes, I can just blow it off with a straw, or I can go around and vacuum it up. You really don't want water, or you really don't want paint on where your water's going to go, because it can affect how the base of the water looks through the clear acrylic I think we're going to put on top of it. Same with on the where the tracks go. I left that bare so the glue has something to bond to, just so it doesn't have to bond through the ground covering. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I'll probably add some highlights with some burnt grass after, but I want to see how this is going to turn out first after it dries. Then we'll also be cementing it down.